going to be having our open court session. We've been also training our local council courts on how they should be conducting their work here at the sub-county. And I want to begin by thanking His Worship, the Chief Magistrate, and also His Worship, Mr. Elijah, the district, through the DCDO who is around. As TDYAN, we are very grateful. We have a bylaw that Petta sub-county has passed that aims to protect children against teenage pregnancy, but also make sure that they are safe while they are in our communities. So this bylaw is very critical and it's going to help us. The idea is that it helps us reduce the teenage pregnancies in our community. When we began working in Petta sub-county, we had an incidence rate of about 33%, meaning for every 10 girls in Petta, about 3 were actually pregnant. So it was a very big problem, and we had never tried to, address the problem from the point of legislation. We know that our councils here play a very critical role in terms of passing laws that protect people. And in another way of doing it, we thought it better to also bring council to appreciate the challenges, but also make sure that they are supporting in addressing the problem. So Petta, through the leadership of the LOC3 and sub-county chief and the councillors, realized that yes, we can also do something through the bylaw. A local law that can be implemented by community members themselves and also through our local council courts. So it is a law that looks at predisposing factors to teenage pregnancy. Yes, we have our mother laws. We have the Constitution of Uganda, we have the Penal Code, we have the Children's Act. But we are also trying through the bylaw to domesticate some of the key provisions that will help us address the predisposing factors to teenage pregnancy. In Petta here, we have things to deal with night funeral fundraisers that attract children, but beyond that, they expose children to aspects around sexual harassment, sexual violence, and so forth. In Petta, we have alcoholism that in one or another has also prevented young girls from getting proper care in terms of maintenance, but beyond that also proper care in terms of support when they need basic materials. So when parents are drunkards, they are not able to provide for their children. We have a problem of parenting where there is neglect. A child is at the center here, yes, during school hours. So how do we address the predisposing factor? So we also have a problem of, I talk about fundraising at night, I talk about parenting, we have a problem of alcoholism, and then also poor attendance of school. We have very many children who are loitering in the sub-counties during school hours. And we're also aware that when children are in the community, they're not in school, they are predisposed to teenage pregnancy because they end up getting into sexual behavior, they get into unhealthy sexual behavior, and they're not able to, be able to go to school, and they get pregnant. So those were the predisposing factors. We thought through the law, we can actually create a bylaw that can create penalties to address these challenges. The bylaw is not removing the mother laws, but it's there to support us to address some of the predisposing factors to teenage pregnancy. For example, can we regulate the fundraising functions? Can they, instead of them happening throughout the night, can they happen during day? For example, can we make parents responsible that when they are also, they are taking alcohol, they do it responsibly. They begin maybe during midday, and then also they're able to support their children. They're able to go to the gardens. For example, we have our school management. Are they able to monitor attendance in school? Are we also responsible in making sure that our children are attending school adequately? So that's what the bylaw is talking about. If we have a sub-county, have a budget at the sub-county, can we have a specific budget that looks at sexual reproductive health awareness for our girls? We're talking about things like information on teenage pregnancy. How do we prevent teenage pregnancy? How do we have outreaches? Specific budgets for outreaches. And in terms of planning, we're talking the CDO to incorporate some of these issues in our plans. So that's what the bylaw encompasses, and we are happy that our sub-county picked it up through the LOC3 and its council, and now today as we speak we have a bylaw that is ready for implementation. And we have been supported widely by the district through the CDO's office and the Chief Magistrate's office, where we have trained our local council courts to handle some of the cases that will be, using the bylaw. So I want to end there, but thank you so much for coming. And as we listen through, we want to make this thing very participatory. We want to ask as many questions as possible to make sure that when we leave here, we know how we are going to continue implementing our bylaw in Petta sub-county.